What's going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and today we're going to be talking about how Cardano is one of a kind, and also how Cardano is growing. This is the 31st ever episode of Cardano Daily. If you want to hit the subscribe button, I do upload every single day. But with that being said, let's get right into it. And the first thing I want to mention before we get into the juicy content is that I do have my own stake pool, and if you want to earn passive ADA on your ADA, as well as help me out in my mom's basement, you can consider staking with Jack. I do have a 0% margin going on right now. This will be my only pool, and that 0% margin will be lasting until a long time. Okay, at least 10 million ADA in this pool, so you don't have to worry about the margin affecting your rewards. But let's get into the news. Charles Hoskinson recently tweeted about their legal team expanding because input-output, the company essentially behind Cardano, one of the three founding companies to build Cardano and the blockchain tech that is Cardano, is pretty big, right? It needs more people, and their legal team is expanding. So I thought I'd throw this in because with future adoption, we are going to see a lot of new things legally, whether it be, especially in cryptocurrency land, where everything is a currency. There's a lot of legalities to go in here in regards to taxes and what considers as a security, what considers as a stock, and what considers as, a certain type of asset class to be taxed and to be processed. So legal team is expanding for a blockchain technology company, and that's because the world is expanding, the governments are expanding, and blockchain is becoming more accepted as we move forward. Now, why is Cardano one of a kind, right? Because I want to get that out of the way here. We're going to go to these last tweets. So Cardano is often, put down from Ethereum people, from people who work on other smart contract platforms, Polkadot, Ethereum. Those two are the main communities, and I'm not going to say the whole community because that is not true, but there's a lot of people from those communities that will come and attack on Cardano just because they don't have smart contracts. But something to keep in mind is decentralization. Cardano aims to solve decentralization, scalability, and security, all, the blockchain trilemma. And over on Ethereum, they do like to go fast and break things. I think Ethereum is a great project, but I think Cardano is one of a kind in the fact that decentralization is a very important step in this era that we're in right now for Cardano before smart contracts come into play. We aim to be decentralized fully, and we are essentially there. We have got a really strong amount of decentralization between all the stake pools operating the network. There is no one point of access or one point of power to the Cardano network. Now, Ethereum has some issues, not only with decentralization, but security, okay? Ethereum triple halving has been delayed, maybe delayed. I believe it is confirmed as delayed now, as there are security concerns, right? Security concerns are not a good thing for a financial operating system, and as much as I want to trash Ethereum right now for that, I'm not going to, because Ethereum is a major competitor in this space still, and they're going to help Cardano push forward. Cardano's going to help them push forward. So I'm not here to trash and be a maxi. I'm here to just say Cardano is a one-of-a-kind thing. I think Cardano is kind of the king of decentralization in terms of top cryptos, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Cardano get more recognition and more appreciation from people over in the other smart contract communities, because I think we need to build together. And I'm not a developer. I'm just a guy making YouTube videos. So what do I know, right? But in my mind, it's much better to have a friendly competition than a spiteful one. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my view. Now, in terms of growing and the one-of-a-kind ecosystem and decentralization factors that we have at Cardano, Cardano is already pretty freaking huge. So here's the ecosystem map, and this is without taking into account that Cardano doesn't have smart contracts. You got to take that into account, right? So no smart contracts, and look at what we have already on here. We have exchanges and gain apps. We have connect and cooperate section, and we have so many different places so many different people accepting Cardano, working with Cardano, integrating Cardano, researching Cardano, enabling Cardano, that you really got to question. I don't think this is a ghost chain. Just my opinion, but I don't think that this is nothing. And this is without smart contracts. Now, a lot of these are obviously not fully deployed, so there is some idea that smart contracts kind of are implied here, but most of the things on here are positive steps towards a booming ecosystem pre-smart contracts. So it's pretty awesome. Some really amazing partnerships. These three right here that I can see, Nervos, Orion, and World Mobile, are three I've covered on the channel, but there's also so many other people who are spending their time working on Cardano and building the, permissionless open source repositories and libraries for Cardano to develop forward for free. People are spending their own money and time to add to the network, and that is something that you don't see every day. There are people getting funded, and there are people who literally fund themselves. Companies like DC Spark and so many others in this section that you probably don't even hear of actually provide so much to the libraries, to the open source code that other projects and people can build off of. So keep that in mind. And I really like this map. If you want a link to this map, I'll leave it down in the description. But so many different things. And NFTs, I've been looking at a lot. There is right here a lot of NFTs websites, but this is not even the half of it. So many projects coming up on the NFT side of things. So many projects coming up on Cardano, and it's going to be insane once we have smart contracts. Now, another thing to keep in mind is with all the technical analysis and all the fundamental analysis in the world, it's never going to be 100% clear where we're going to be down the line. There's so many factors to consider, but one thing that this tweet outlined that I think we should all be doing is being optimistic in our beliefs, but also being very careful and patient when it comes to, waiting for something to happen. And if you're looking at technical analysis and you just want to, YOLO your money in, never put in more money than you're afraid to lose. I'm just a kid in my mom's basement. I'm not a financial advisor, but that is what I do. That is what I think is the best way to go about things, especially if you're scared about price, okay? Me personally, I don't really look at the price that often, and I think that's a good thing. And even if the price was down to 50 cents, I can sleep knowing that I'll be okay when I wake up, right? Even if I sold right then, which I'm not going to, at a huge loss, I'd be okay. So that's my mindset. That's how I think most people should go about it. And especially when I am so passionate about something like Cardano and the future with cryptocurrencies, making a better future, decentralization and all, I'm not going to be paying too much attention to the price. That's just my opinion. And that's all I have for you guys in this episode of Cardano Daily. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it useful, helpful, something like that. If you did, please consider smashing the like button. And don't forget, if you want to stake your ADA, to consider staking with my pool to help decentralization, of course, and earn passive ADA on your ADA. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great freaking day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.